Hey everyone, Ryan Lelf. Just thought I'd jump on here while my family was away from the house and just do some Q&A and also share just some exciting things that have just come about recently, but also just talk a little bit about emotions. So anyway, I got my window open. It is a beautiful fall evening here in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm just so thankful for life. I'm thankful that God likes me and loves me and is for me and is with me and is crazy about me. And in the midst of messiness and criticism and in the midst of some tough things emotionally, I just find myself going back to a happy place. So anyway, I want to say hello. Hey, Henry. Hey, Eric from Florida. What's up, Pastor Kingsley? Hello, Debbie, my third mom, I should say, in Texas. Hello, Tegan. Thank you very much, Melissa. It's the power of fruit, I promise you. Hey, Jeff. Love reading your post, man. You put out some great stuff. Hello, Debbie. Thank you. Hey, if it is to be, it's Jesus in me. Hey, Michael, I was really touched by your words. Thanks for what you said, man. And listen, man, at the end of the day, it's not a comparison or a competition. I'm glad you're alive and you're well and you're thriving, and I'm proud of you and I'm inspired by you and I love you and I can't wait to meet you in person. Hi, Tracy. Hello, Sherry. Isn't it beautiful today here in the Tulsa area, Sherry? Hi, Jonathan. I'm doing great, Pastor. I'm doing well, Eric. I love seeing your picture recently of back in the day when you played ball at Rhema. I don't know if you knew this. I only played for a semester, but I played ball at Hillsdale Free Will Baptist College. I played in that Rhema gym, actually, in the fall or winter of '98. Hello, Ann. Anyway, it's funny. Henry, not too many presidential candidates tune in. You should feel honored. Oh, man, you're a hoot, buddy. So anyway, as people jump on, I may interrupt myself to say hello. It's been an emotional week, you know. I guess I'm at a place now. I never necessarily thought this would happen. I didn't really set out for this to occur. Hello, Heather. But because we chose to be public and because, well, I don't really know because. Anyway, whatever's happened, but somehow there's all these people watching, and now, you know, the Truth About Cancer puts out a video of a testimonial that I did over the weekend, and so people are messaging me, and I tell you, man, I'm getting a taste of what it's like to live under a glass house. And it's been emotional because I get both sides, and I know you get both sides in your life, whether it be on a small scale, a big scale, a medium scale. It doesn't matter. We all get this, you know. But, you know, in the last week, I've had some really tough things come at me. Some people have expressed that they felt like that, you know, I was cocky and that I was arrogant and that it was all about Ryan and that I really didn't give much credit to God and that, you know, I rub it in people's face about my success and, you know, just on and on and on and on and people expressing their hate. And, you know, I know that what God says about me is the truth, but it's not really any fun listening to that or hearing that or have that come at you. You know, and then on the other hand, of course, I've gotten a lot of praise and some people have felt like that I was able to impact their life or potentially lead them down a path that saved their life, and lots of people share how they're inspired by my story. So, you know, it's just your emotions are revved up, they're brought down, and we're emotional beings. And sometimes it just takes a toll on you, you know. And I really had to choose to set my mind back to what is the truth, who I am in Christ. What does God say about me, and how am I going to stay grounded, and how am I going to stay in sound wisdom, and how am I going to continue living with joy and peace and happiness and love in my life, because I am going to continue to be public. I'm going to continue to be on this journey, and I know I'm going to have more criticism, and I know I'm going to have even maybe people that are close to me who say things that are hurtful. I know that's going to happen, but I also know I'm going to get praise, and I know people are going to be inspired, and I know people's lives can be touched. And really, I don't want to focus on either one. I want to stay grounded, and I want to stay centered in my true identity. And I don't even want to be self-conscious of other people's opinions, good or bad, positive or negative, because what I want to be conscious of is the fact that God's opinion is astounding, and it never changes. And that brings balance to my life. That brings level-headedness. That brings all the fruits of the Spirit, And it allows me to get off the roller coaster of these super emotional highs and these super emotional lows. And, a lot of the things that I share, guys, are... They're really just me sharing my life with you. I can't say a whole lot just out of respect for my family, but just know that I've been deeply wounded and deeply hurt by my family and some people who you would think would just unconditionally love me. It has been one of the hardest last 7 days of my entire life. And I'm not telling you this so you can feel sorry for me, because I know so many of you have been persecuted. I know so many of you are going through tough challenges right now with your family or your friends. And I know many of you that may be dealing with cancer. I know you've been beat up before, and I know it hurts and it's hard. And but I don't want to be angry. I don't want to carry any bitterness. I just don't. But at the same time, sometimes you have to make tough decisions, and you have to create space or separate yourself even from people you love the most if they're causing damage and hurting. And it's not because you want to, but it's the greater good. And anyway, just lift me up to God, and lift me up as we continue down this journey, because I don't want to change being who I am, and I don't want anything to take away from the fact that there are people. Yes, Arthur. You want to what? Can you say hello to everyone? Okay, can you give me 5 minutes or so, and then you can come show me, okay? Will you shut that door? Huh?
And then I want to go to the park.
You want to go to the park?
Mm-hmm.
You going to ride your bike?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell everybody what you learned how to do?
Ride my bike with no training wheels.
You're awesome, Arthur. Ride your bike with no training wheels. You want to say hello, Atlanta?
Hello.
Yeah? You want to show me something too?
What?
Oh, well, Arthur said you all wanted to show me something. Anyway, give Daddy just a little bit, okay? All right?
Okay.
Thank you all. Hey, can you shut that door, please? Atlanta. Shut that door. Okay, shut that door. I love you. Mwah. So anyway, guys, yeah, let's jump into some Q&A. I didn't realize my kids were going to be home here, so they got home a little bit earlier. But yeah, anyway, just thank you for all your love. Thank you for encouraging me. I really think people are starting to maybe consider what they're eating. I think people are considering how they feel about themselves. I think people are maybe considering their belief system, their environment. I think people are considering just their whole life. Is there any areas of toxicity that they need to remove so that they can heal? Is there any areas of you know, damage that they need to allow God to heal them from. You know, so many people are dying either literally or figuratively from a broken heart. And, you know, I say this all the time, and I've really had to believe it this week more than ever for myself. Our value, our significance, our magnificence, our worth as a being was established the day we were born, everyone. And there is nothing anyone can say to diminish that. There is nothing any one of us can do to diminish that. And there's nothing anyone can say to improve on that. And there's nothing any of us can achieve to enhance that. It's just true. That's who we are. And may we all live that out, even in the midst of criticism or hurtful things or stuff people say. So I just like to share, look, life is real. I don't want people getting this impression like anyone's got it super easy, or anyone's, you know, without pain, or that you can just, you know, have everything fall in your lap. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. I mean, we could all get on here, and if we were brave enough to open up and be vulnerable and share our lives and do a video, we would find that everyone's got stuff going on, and no one's got all the answers. And there's always a mystery to how you navigate day in and day out, and no one can say that, you know, oh, I can give you advice on this, or I can give you advice on that. No, we should just all share to share if something is working for us, or if we're going through something challenging, we ought to think through, well, how do we work that through, and how do we find a solution, and how do we get back to peace? How do we get back to joy? How do we get back to love? How do we get back to a happy place? You know, how do we get back to a heart? And I promise you, it's not by having cush circumstances. It's not by winning the lottery. It's not by having everything go right. It's not by having a bigger house. It's not by having, you know, this one thing you've been wanting to purchase on the internet. It's not because your kid made the football team. Those are all wonderful things, and they're all nice, but they can't provide that inner being, that inner peace, that just, you know, joy in the midst of really shitty, fucking bullshit stuff. And there's just no other words to describe that, okay? Planet Earth is a bitch sometimes, all right? But thank God we are the most powerful being on the planet, and we can believe the truth. We can be persuaded in our heart that it's not about our performance. You can just let that go and give it up. We are good enough because He made us good enough, and our value and worth was established the day we were born. So anyway, man, I got to go back and start doing highs. So guys, if you're on here right now, I want you to start putting down some questions, and I want to answer at least 5 questions before I jump off and run outside and ride bikes with my kids and have some family time. And make sure you go onto my page today. I've been honored by the Truth About Cancer. I talked to Ty and Charlene Bollinger actually on the phone today, and they had done an interview of me over the weekend while I was at the live symposium, and they're going to be showing the replay this weekend, so you can tune in for free if you missed it. And they put together an amazing 3.5-minute video of me, and they put it out in their link and their emails to everyone, and they shared it. So I hope you got a chance to see that. Please share that with everyone if it can touch people's lives. And then we finally got the edited video version made available. It is now live on our website, healwithryan.com. Just in the last hour or so, I posted the little 48-second trailer, and you can go to our website and everyone can purchase that. It's over 3 hours of professionally edited content. It's me sharing 15 minutes on how Caroline and I overcame our greatest fear. It's 45 minutes of me telling my entire story and going through the timeline of the last 12 months with pictures and everything. Then it's my health coach, Steve Factor, sharing what I eat and how I learned about real food and fruits and vegetables. And then it's Terry Tillert talking about what we do in our home for clean water, clean air, and better sleep. And then, of course, it's my beautiful wife, Caroline. She goes into great detail about the grease blood test. She answers questions. So please go purchase that, watch it, share it. And if for some reason you or anyone you know absolutely cannot afford the $55, just contact us and we will make sure that everyone is able to get that. We want everyone to be helped. The only reason we're charging for it is because we have expenses and it costs so much to heal, and I'm tired of having to ask people for donations, okay? I mean, I'm so grateful up to this point what everybody has generously given, but this way we can kind of give back, but at the same time people can get value, but we will give it for free to anyone who needs it and wants it and simply cannot pay the $55. I don't want anyone to miss an opportunity to be given hope or to be given some answers on their cancer journey, or a friend's or a family member's, all right? So go to healwithryan.com, and some more exciting things that I hope to be sharing soon. I may be able to share a 21-minute clip for free to everyone of me speaking out in California. I just got a chance to watch it today, and I got to tell you guys, I was in tears again, and it just brought back such emotion of what has been happening. So anyway, all right. Tegan says, what has been the biggest challenge in your marriage in all of this? Okay. I would say, Tegan, early on in the journey, it was Caroline was the one doing the majority of the research. And so for the most part, I was just trusting her along the way. And then in about month 3 or so, we were over at Chipsa Hospital, and I got introduced to the idea of eating an all-fruit diet. And I was so frustrated with the ascites and the fluid building up that I read a book and decided that's what I was going to do. And I got angry and said, I'm not taking any supplements. I'm not doing any IVs. I'm just going to eat fruit. And we kind of bumped heads. And I just said, I put my foot down hard. And so for like almost a month, that's all I did. And it looked like I was right at first because the fluid stopped. And I thought it was all the fruit. Well, later it came roaring back. So it wasn't obviously fruit only. And of course, I apologized and realized she had a lot more wisdom in some of these areas than I did. And so she forgave me, of course, and we got back on track and started doing other things. And eventually we figured out that actually it was the poly-MVA that had stopped that fluid. And so it was just tough in some portion of the journey for me and her to always be on the same page. But I think after that, it was pretty obvious I needed to just trust her. What she did a great job of is not pestering me and just trusting that my own internal motivation would work. I would say another thing that's been really challenging is at times our family has been really, really hurtful and said some really ugly things and been very unkind to us. And we realized even in this last week where that was influencing each one of us and our emotions, and then we were kind of at each other a little bit and didn't have that same intimacy connection that we normally do, but we both quickly recognized that that outer influence and those negative things were actually changing us, and it was starting to impact our marriage. And so, of course, we became aware of that and apologized for a couple of things that we shouldn't have said to each other. But that can be really challenging, is for any of us to think that we are not impacted by our environment and that we are not, can be torn apart by what other people are actually doing to us, and then how it can affect the husband and wife, or the husband and the kids, or the wife and the kids, or the parents and the kids. I mean, we're just lying to ourselves, man. I mean, you've got to be guarding the environment and the people that you're around and what's being put into your mind and your heart at all times. I'm not saying like a fearful thing, but you got to be led, and you got to have wisdom, and you got to have the courage to remove yourself if that's what it comes down to, even if that is hard to do. Okay? What was your favorite speaker at the symposium last week? So I had two. Sorry, I know you asked for one, Sherry. Number one was my good friend Chris Wark. Chris beat cancer. I told Chris this. I said of all the speakers, they were all good. I learned at least one thing from every one of them. They all were amazing and powerful and brought value. But ChrisBeatCancer.com, Chris Wark, he was the only one that captured my heart and literally had me in tears. and moved me at my core. There was also Dr. Darrell Wolf, who I had never heard of prior to this, and his entire talk was on self-love and loving yourself. And so I really resonated with that and loved everything he had to say, and I feel like it's been a big part of my healing journey is that I love me and I like me, and I tell people all the time, the reason to change what you eat, the reason to make healthy changes is because you love yourself. No other reason. The way to dig deep and get the best motivation out of us as a human being is to do stuff because we love ourselves. Excuse me. Renee says, my sister-in-law goes for a biopsy for a soccer ball-sized tumor. I want to get your video for her. Yes, please do, Renee. Healwithryan.com. Healwithryan.com. I agree with you, Debbie, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But I love them, and I believe time can change things, and I'm holding on to the hope that there will be reconciliation and we'll be able to get back to a place of peace. And I don't tell you guys this to put down my family at all. Lord knows I've made mistakes. Lord knows I don't always say the right things. And the reason I don't share any details is because I do want to respect. There is a level of privacy needed. But I also am a person that wants to remind people that even when it looks like someone's life's going well, or they post on Facebook and they're positive and happy and there's some good circumstances, they may still be dealing with some tough stuff too. So let's just live love. Let's remember how much God loves us. Let's live in that identity that always stays secure so that kindness and love and joy and peace just, flow out of us even when we're going through tough stuff. All right. Okay, I can take one more question, and then I got to jump off here. So the next person that posts their question, I'll answer it, and then I'll say good night to everyone. And please go and check out my wall. Check out the YouTube video from Truth About Cancer, and then share that with other people. And then go to our website, healwithryan.com, and purchase the 3.5 hours of content. I think you'll be absolutely blessed and deeply, deeply touched by it. It was a powerful night. I hope some of the people that were there live will maybe comment and tell you, what, huh? I'm still on, yes. I'm making a video, yes. Huh? And you're my pretty girl. Arthur, what are you doing over there? Huh? Hold on. What? You want to go to the park?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, here, look. Okay, what do you want to do, Atlanta?
Hi, people.
What?
Daddy's making a video. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hi, people.
You're funny. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, they are asking for my attention, so I'm going to give it to them. If you have more questions, post them on here, and when I get a chance, I'll come back to it. This was Wisdom from the Recliner, Volume 31. I love you all. Thank you all so much. Hey, she says, hi, Atlanta. That's Renee. She says she wrote your name. Do you see it right there?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Where's her name?
Right there. See, it says, hi, Atlanta.
Oh, my
right
God.
There. Oh, and Tegan says hello, Atlanta, and hello, Arthur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.